Hello, my name is Winter Jendayi, and I'm a healing practitioner with Decolonizing Wealth Project. I'm really grateful to be here today sharing about the winter solstice. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we celebrate the winter solstice on December 21st. The solstice is known as the longest night, the shortest day, as it does mark the time of year where we have the least amount of hours of sunlight and the most hours of night. Every day after the solstice, we begin to grow in light. So even though this is a moment to honor the darkness and embrace the darkness, it is also a welcoming of the return of the sun, which comes each day to follow all the way until the summer solstice in June. We can also see the kind of roots of some of the Christmas roots, especially in some of the framework around the birth of the Son, meaning Jesus Christ, and kind of how that's honored when we look at nature and we see that this solstice is a honoring of the return or the birth of the sun. But in this context, it is the actual sun in the solar system. So it's beautiful to see some of the ways that our modern holidays, such as Christmas, have roots that are seasonally relevant. The winter season, being this time of the darkness, really invites us into a space of reclaiming the darkness for ourselves and the symbolism that it provides for our life. The dark is related to the yin energy, to the energy of non-doing, the energy of receiving. It is a time of introspection, of reflection, of hibernation, and going into our cave. It's a very necessary aspect of life. And it's one that we really have to reclaim for ourselves when our modern society doesn't really make much time for rest. There isn't much value in the non-doing, in the darkness and the self-reflection. The darkness can also represent our subconscious or unconscious aspects, which are very much make up who we are, even though our conscious awareness is often what's at the forefront. And consciousness in this kind of context can be associated with the light. So here in this season, we have this opportunity to kind of go within and listen deeply to the wisdom that lives within us and the messages that are available to us that we sometimes will miss if we don't allow ourselves to find solitude in order to hear them. The solstice season, this winter season, and this time of reflection and hibernation lasts for many weeks or many months, the whole winter season. But speaking for the solstice, if the solstice kind of marks this peak of winter, this peak of the seasonal energy, we can kind of see ourselves transitioning from this energy around February 1st. February 1st is the day right in between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So at that point, we will find a shift in our energy as we begin to come outwards. But until then, it's really important that we really allow ourselves to be supported by this hibernation and by this reflection to support and to guide our life. And so today I'm going to lead a brief visualization just to help us connect in with that energy for ourselves and hopefully strengthen our connection with it so that over the coming weeks, when we need to retreat, when we need that peace and that calm, that we can more easily access it. So I'm going to invite everyone to get comfortable wherever you are seated. As you get comfortable, you can close your eyes down and bring your awareness to your breath. With each exhale, allow yourself to let go of any distractions, burdens, pressures that are keeping you from being present. And as you release them with each exhale, it allows you to sink down further and deeper within yourself. Sinking within, softening, releasing, surrendering into a still, place within yourself where there are no expectations, no responsibilities, no stress, no pressures. You're finding your way into your cave, into your cocoon, into your hibernation. So let yourself visualize this place. What appears for you? Is it a familiar place you've been before? Maybe it's entirely brand new. But allow yourself to explore. Maybe this space really looks like a cocoon and you're wrapped up in silky threads. Or maybe this place of retreat is more of a cave in the side of a mountain. It could be a really comfy bedroom or a cozy cottage in the middle of the woods. Just let yourself find this sacred space, this sacred sanctuary that reveals itself to you as a place that you can retreat, where you feel nourished, where you feel nurtured, and safe to just be. No doing, just being, and just receiving from the silence that exists here. So continue to breathe into this space and to soak in the environment, the way it looks, the way it feels, especially the way you feel when you're here. When you feel that you've developed a good connection with this space, one that you can kind of anchor within yourself and keep connection with, maybe even to help you visualize some kind of string or thread that connects this place to your conscious self. And then as you're ready, you can open your eyes, coming back present here. Maybe with that thread, you're bringing that thread through with you here. Just strengthening in your connection with that passageway from where you are here and now to that sacred sanctuary. And so throughout the many weeks, you can utilize this space to support yourself in embodying some of this wintertime introspective energy. Maybe you physically create the space for yourself. Take a weekend where you make a cozy space where you can just be. Maybe you rent a cabin. Or this space can be a place that you can use for mental support in stressful situations. You can take a few breaths and just drop into the space, retreat here for a moment to get recharged with the nourishment that's there. So you can utilize this in the coming weeks. And even if it's not the space itself, this idea of the space, knowing that somewhere within yourself exists this right to retreat, to nourish, and that from the silence and stillness, it will fuel all that is to be born and created in the year to come. So thank you for sharing this time with me. I hope it was helpful, and I'm wishing you a beautiful solstice season.